Hello, welcome to Life Lessons with Queen Billion. Hope you're doing well. So, today I'm going to be sharing a bit about my social work journey. I've been a social work student at the University of Birmingham for the past 1 year, and it's been an interesting experience at the University of Birmingham. First off, I love the campus, it's really beautiful, and that was one thing that first drew me into the campus. I just loved the ambience. I fell in love and I said, I must come to this school. So the process of um you know getting in was quite a tough one. And for you to get into social work for master's level, you have to have experience on the field. And one of the reasons why I picked social work was because it was on the shortage of occupation list. And of course, I love to work with people, I love to help people. And so it's just looked like the best decision for me. And so far, so good. So basically, I went through an assessment, and I went through an interview where I was interviewed by an academic and a service user. And they asked me lots of questions, just to feel my pulse, to know the kind of person that I am, and to check my resilience. Because as a social worker, you're going to need a lot of resilience to be able to pull through, when you are on the job. So I was eventually, given the CAS, which took forever. I don't know. I think they had like a backlog of work to do, but at some point I had to escalate, and the person that interviewed me stepped in, and I was eventually able to get my CAS and then submitted for visa. And for me, I was pregnant, and so they were taking too long, but then I eventually got my visa, and I eventually came to school, and I came in 2 weeks after classes had resumed. So I missed a lot of the introductory classes and all of that. But then I just had to tell myself that this is a do or die affair. What I mean by that is that I had to have the right mindset from the beginning, because I knew that it was going to be very challenging. A first time mom, first time moving out of my country, leaving my comfort zone, leaving all my support network, my support system. So I needed to just have the right mindset to be able to say, okay, I have decided to go on this journey, so help me God. So the classes started, and I struggled because the educational system here is different. First of all, I was even very happy that there was no written exam except for one of the courses. So, but then it's more difficult because you're not answering a particular question, you are writing essays. And so if you don't write the essay very well, it's either you fail or you pass, you get. So thank God there was a formative essay whereby I was able to get myself acquainted with the system here. And then after that, after the formative, I realized that there was something called reflective writing. So one thing that I didn't appreciate was the fact that they didn't even hint us, or I didn't get the hint that there was something called reflective models. If I had known that there were reflective models, I could have used that to help. That would have probably have made my essays better. So I struggled a lot. But then it is what it is, coming from a background whereby you were the best graduating student in your class, a science background and all of those things, and then you come into social work, is like a whole different ball game. So you need to prepare your mind for that. For someone that is thinking about social work, it's a really good occupation. It's an avenue where you meet a lot of vulnerable people, you meet a lot of professionals, you work with a lot of professionals, you work with a lot of people. So back to class, experiencing the courses and all of those things. Very, very verbose. There's a lot to read. There's a lot to read. But the truth is that if you're in class and you participate, it makes it easier when you go back to read, to study. It makes it easier for you to relate to what they are talking about. There's so much to read. So if you are ready to read, come on, come along. And then so preparing for also about getting pregnant and then having to have a baby and then getting back to school. So I was told that I had only 2 weeks to get back to to get back to class. Imagine I didn't plan for a CS and a CS happened. So 2 weeks, still in pain, I had to get back to class. But it is what it is, isn't it? So it was tough, it was difficult, but thank God for support system. So whatever you do, you're moving to the UK, have a support system. Have a support system. I can't emphasize it enough, because one of the reasons why I picked UOB was because I have family in UOB. The other place that had a cheaper option, I don't know anybody there, and it would have been really, really hard and difficult for me and my husband. So make sure you have a support network wherever that you are going to. That is very key emphasis. So the courses were really good. Theories, skills, models, law model. That was one I struggled with the most, because law now. There's a lot of law and this that you have to cram, and that was the only one that we actually had to write an exam on 3.5 hours, a long exam plus an essay. Man, it wasn't easy. But then, the truth is that part-time, always give it the best that you got. Give it your best shot, because that's only what you've got to give. Give it your best. So to God be the glory, I didn't carry any course over, and I was able to ace all my courses. And now I'm preparing for placement. I remember, getting the notification that I was going to go to a prison leavers hub. I was going to be working with ex-offenders prisoner. I was scared. I was like, no, I don't want it. But then, my lecturers and then the company were able to encourage me that it's going to be a good experience. And my God, it was a worthwhile experience for me. And one thing I will tell anybody that is going for placement is the fact that go with a winning mindset. Go with the mindset that you're going there to learn. And the quality of your questions will determine the quality of what you learn, and create avenues for yourself to be able to learn. Maybe I will do another video whereby I would really, really zoom in on the placement, because I had a lot of good feedback and reviews from all my tutors, from all my colleagues, my supervisors, my managers, everybody, So, but one thing I'll tell you concerning placement is the fact that wherever that they send you to, make the best of it. Just pray to have good people around you. Just pray that the people that you're going to work with, they are going to be fantastic people that are very accommodating and are ready to teach you if you are ready to learn. So what I did was to, just have the right mindset and be able to zone in on the fact that I'm here to learn and I'm going to get the best out. So it was like a case of I was given an orange and I squeezed the life out of it. Ate the fiber in, everything, and up until the very last minute that I was still learning, and it was really a phenomenal experience. And so that was it for me for placement. And then record of work, having to record everything that I do for the 70 days first placement. Gosh, every day. So I had a huge diary with me. I would just, once I get to work, day 1, day 2, so up until day 70, yes, I was writing it like that so that it was easy for me to. So what I would advise is that maybe every week, if you are able to, log it into your, your laptop, because the written one is not what you're going to submit. And if you are able to log it daily on the laptop too, all well and good, so that it doesn't pile up for you, because it piled up for me, and at some point I had to, it was really stressful, but I was eventually able to get through. So I had my direct observation right there in prison. Yes, imagine sitting with someone that is going to come out of prison, and you have to find an accommodation for them, and then you have 2 people observing you, checking your body language, using the right language, and all of that. It was really intense, but it was an experience. And the feedback from the customer was really good, that I was calm. So whatever you do as a social worker, customers appreciate calm people. They appreciate people that are calm around them, that exude positive energy. So whatever you do, exude positive energy, because whatever you're thinking in here, no matter the good things that you're saying, it will show forth and it will project on the customer. My practice tutor said it is something called transference and counter transference. So you can transfer your negative energy, and then you can transfer your positive energy, and then it's left for you to choose what you're thinking so that you project the right thing onto your customer. So the placements, came and went, and I had to submit my portfolio, very, very rich portfolio, I must say. because even my peers, she said I was a breath of fresh air, because I came ready to learn, and I just kept digging, I kept digging, yeah. So and I think that's the best way you can make a placement worthwhile for yourself, if you are really going there to get all the things, all the juice that you can get from there. So basically, I'm now going into year 2, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm in between, but I'm hoping for the best, because I hear a lot of gory stories about second placement. It's longer, it's statutory, and it's more, I don't know. Wish me luck. But basically, I hope to share more about my social work journey. As Let me know if you have questions, what exactly you want me to delve into, when it comes to social work, and I'll be glad to answer or do a video if need be. Thank you, and it's Queen Billion, and I'm signing out, and this is me sharing my social work experience. Have a la vista.